I'm in Normandy. A lot has changed. Just kidding. I love Paris. It's my chosen city, right? It's my city, my home of choice. But like any place that you've been a long time, or you spend all your time in, it's easy to be blind to it and not appreciate as much as you could. So sometimes, in order to love the place you live, you have to leave it. And in this case, in order to better love Paris, you gotta leave Paris. This is the stuff that I miss right now. I mean, when you think about it, we don't have Notre Dame, and it's such a big part of the city. It's nice to see old churches that are just sitting here gathering dust in their own way. They even have their own smell, and crazy people walking out. So that's great. He sounds like a character from the Halloween party we went to last night. But I'm here with my friends Eva and Alina, because I've never been to Normandy before, believe it or not. And we're not gonna do the whole thing now, obviously, but they were coming up here to shoot some stuff and asked if I wanted to join, and I figured, why not? Something else I need to do more is ask why not and just do things. So we're gonna go see Etretat, which is a place I've always wanted to see. That'll be really cool. We'll probably go back to Mont Saint-Michel, which is nothing to complain about. And then, I don't know, maybe get dressed up for Halloween along the way. This is just a random Normandy vlog. I hope you enjoy it. So we're in Caen, which I never feel confident in how to pronounce. Caen. You have Cannes. Cannes is in the south of France, and then Caen, which sometimes I think Caen. Yeah, I never feel fully confident. Anyways, it's a city in Normandy, or a town, depending on how you define it, about 100,000 people. So I think that qualifies as like a city, right? Not a ton going on. It's a Saturday morning. It's really chill. And we've got some plans to go to, like, I've never been to Etretat, which are some beautiful coastal cliffs. Eva really wants to go to Mont Saint-Michel, which I've been to a couple times, but happy to go back. I don't know, we're just kind of taking it easy. The nice thing about getting out of Paris is everything slows down immediately. And even though Paris isn't that fast moving of a city for people that come from other parts of the world, it is to the French. And as soon as you get out, if you already feel kind of at ease in Paris, getting out into a little bit of what you might think of as the countryside immediately slows things down another like notch or three. So it's good to be out here Saturday morning, just kind of walking in the chill central heart of Caen. And you know, I just want to go see I want to go see the ocean and see if Cooper wants to feel like playing in the ocean, buddy. Yeah? No? You don't know yet. All right, we'll find out.
Traditional.
What's a traditional what?
House. It used to be like
Oh,
that
yeah.
in Normandy.
There you go. It's still like that in Normandy. If we couldn't wait. There was a place called Nachos, like, I had to try it. It's fine. The fact that they have cheddar, like, most places don't have cheddar, like they'll have mozzarella or Emmental, which is never the same. Cheddar is superior in all these instances. Well played, Caen. Well played. Not a bad spot for a picnic. I have a feeling I'm being filmed while filming you, filming me. Playing in an ancient castle. I don't know how ancient it actually is. Living the life. Forgot it was Halloween. I had a costume for Cooper that I left at home, so he's gonna go costume free. But I brought one for myself. I don't know why I didn't think to bring him one. To bring his. They don't sell dog costumes in very many places in France. We've been out walking all day. It's been good. But after a week of walking around Paris with these guys, I'm exhausted. Like, we did 23,000 steps one day. It's just a lot. Physically kind of tired. Being a tourist is hard work. And being in Paris is nice. On the one hand, it's really nice to be walking around with these guys and seeing Paris, you know, through the eyes of people that don't live there, which is really nice. And a good reminder of how hard being a tourist can actually be. Like, it's a lot of work. Walking around, getting to places on time, figuring things out, which is a good motivator for what we're trying to do with the app in making it easier, trying to remove some stress, planning, helping you to just kind of think on the fly. So I'm looking forward to getting into that, but it's also really nice to get out of Paris and I had a realization recently about why I've always been so positive about Paris, in my videos especially, kind of to a fault. And it's good that I've been thinking about it. And it's time to also be honest about some of the negative sides, like, you know, crowds, being around so many people all the time. It can be really nice to get out into a town that's feels relatively empty despite the fact that it is not. And, you know, just take it easy for a minute. Cooper's taking it easy over there with his little toy bone. These donuts though, like, I knew there was a strong French-American connection up here in Normandy, but they just opened 3 months ago. We saw them next to the Halloween store we were going to, because we're going to a Halloween party tonight apparently. And surprisingly good. The local treat, he said the local version was the cinnamon and apple, which there's not enough cinnamon in France. That's another thing that's definitely missing. So I went for it. It's good. If you find yourself in Caen, I do have a few recommendations in my Mapster for you. So jump on over to Patreon. From the $10 level and up, you get access to my Mapster. And that'll have to suffice until my app is out. But I'll drop these in there in case you end up in Normandy. A good vegan sandwich that was amazing last night. Good donuts, whatever else I find. Ooh, good coffee. Yeah, all of it. Speaking of which, thanks to today's patron producer, Amy Keeney, all my patrons, for making it possible to go out, explore, and find you random treats you wouldn't know that you wanted when you were in France. It's not such a bad life, and I'm thankful that you're giving it to me, so thank you for that. I'll show you whatever happens at this Halloween party, and then we're going out to see the cliffs of Etretat. I really cannot wait. I've never seen them. I really want to go. I've wanted to go for a long time. Oh, it sounds like the girls are back from shopping, so I guess let's just skip ahead. This place that we're at for Halloween is very like fantasy oriented already. Like you walk through a wardrobe to get into Narnia, aka the bathroom. There's a platform 9 3/4. Is it 9 3/4 from Harry Potter? Pretty sure it's 9 3/4. Just like the vibe is already here for Halloween. This is perfect. They just have to throw up some cobwebs and a few other decorations, and they're pretty well set. It's a good vibe. It's a lot of fun. We'll see where the night takes us. But whoever knew, Caen had a Narnia bathroom. Change of plans. Our friend with the car had a plants-related incident this morning, and so we were going to cancel the entire trip to Etretat, but now she's being nice enough to try and figure it out that we can still go somewhere just closer. So I don't know where we're going to end up, but we're going to go see some water, and I don't know if Cooper's going to swim or not. Coop, are you going to swim? He's not committal. Parking is the trick now. They've been looking for like 15 minutes. It's impressive. Oh, I'm just talking to my camera.
Jay, do you want to park?
Do you want me to park? Like 4 or 5 parking lots later and a whole bunch of attempts on the street, and we finally found one. This place is very popular. Honfleur, I've been wanting to come here for a long time. I don't remember where I first saw a photo of it, but it is picturesque. Not far from Deauville, Deauville-Trouville, where I've taken you before. We'll see what this is, but this is definitely a good backup plan to Etretat today, and yeah, much closer, so to where we're staying in Caen. So we'll see how this goes. Main thing is food. I went for a run this morning. I've had a snack, but it's 2 p.m. I have not eaten. I'm very hungry, and Eva walked off with all of our food. Nobody, you've already had a full meal. You don't need any more food. There's an insane number of people here. Like, I would have thought tourist season was over, but like the weather hasn't fully changed. I mean, it's changing now. It's cold today, but it's been warm up until today. Tons of people everywhere. Just saw a Viking cruise go by. The thing is, I've realized in this whole turning of, you know, the page, changing of chapters, life shifting that I've leaned into the positivity around Paris a little bit too hard. I mean, as to say that basically my guiding philosophy when it's come to sharing places in Paris, like exploring, making recommendations, if I go into a place and I don't like it, like if I go into a restaurant or a bar or whatever and I don't really like it, I just don't share it. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to go about things, but as seen in the recent Versailles video, like there's certain places I just don't really like that much. I mean, the Versailles one is a little bit complicated because I do enjoy like touring around the outside of Versailles. I love the market, I love the canal. I've just kind of erred a little bit too far on that side of positivity where I haven't really shared a lot of the things that are frustrating and that I don't like. Part of building the trust that I hope to build here does, I realize, come down to me also sharing the things that I don't like and sharing those opinions. I don't know exactly how to express this, but that does tie into like the fears that I've had in the past of exposing myself and being vulnerable. I mean, what I do for a living here is it makes me very vulnerable in a lot of circumstances, and I've avoided negativity because I don't like what that can engender, and so I want to be cautious about how I do it, but I also want to make sure that I'm honest, and that includes when I'm frustrated and don't really like certain things. So I'm not going to go around blasting places that I don't like because that's just not what I'm into. I'd rather recommend the places I do like. But when we come into encounters, whether that's locations or places or whatever, that's great. Well, I'll be sure to let you know about it. Anywho, this town is super cute. I can understand why it's packed with tourists right now. Just like you. Huh, buddy? Yo. Oh, yes. Oh, so good. I think the thing is that, like, because one of my guiding things has been wanting to help people to love and appreciate Paris the way that I love and appreciate Paris, I tend to conflate that with, like, if they don't love and appreciate Paris the way that I do, they don't love me the way that I do, which is kind of like the underlying feature of this, where it's like I don't want to highlight the things that I don't like about Paris because that's like highlighting the things I don't like about myself, and why would I do that publicly? It's kind of like how there's no perfect place, you know? Like, Paris is my chosen city, it's where I want to live, but it's not perfect, and that's fine. I'm not perfect, but I think that's actually ultimately the core of the problem, is that I was, like I said, conflating how I presented Paris with how I presented myself. And I've never presented myself in the light of perfection, but I've always really struggled with the idea that I'm not and can never be perfect. This goes back to how I was raised within, you know, just a very religious upbringing, and thinking that the goal was perfection, even though, you know, we would have said that you couldn't be perfect, but obviously you're going to do everything you can to be perfect to prove that you're a good and righteous person. And that just ends up infecting so many elements of my life and the way that I present myself, the way that I see the world, the way that I end up presenting Paris. And it's funny because when I do end up saying something like, oh, I don't really like this neighborhood that much, or I don't really like that, it brings people out of the woodwork who feel honor bound to defend whatever it is that I happen not to like so much. And that's something that I've also struggled with, in that I never really handled conflict very well. Another childhood thing that I've got to get over. And it's not even really conflict, it's just people disagreeing. Cooper, over here, buddy. I don't know, I just have a lot to think through, and I'm figuring it out. And I think part of it's just launching myself into just a new level of honesty and transparency with all this stuff. Yes. And launching Cooper into the stratosphere, because he's just a giant pain in the butt when I'm trying to film and travel. I got through a lot of Patreon. I had a whole list. I randomized the whole list of patron producers for the month at the beginning of the month. And like, I'm already through them all. Although it is the very end of October. That feels pretty good too. I feel like I've gotten a lot of videos made this month, including a couple Paris in my pockets, and just taking advantage of getting out and seeing all this. And the nice thing about getting out of Paris, not only does it help you to appreciate Paris when you come back, to appreciate it for its imperfections as well as its perfections. It's just so nice to just get out, get some fresh air. Something that I promised myself I would do more of, so I get some fresh air, but also so that, you know, partially for my sanity and partially just for some context. It's a good call. I need to do more of this. I really, really, really want to get a car, maybe next year, and do some road tripping. I just want to see the rest of France, and I want to take you along for the ride. We'll get around to it. There's just too much to do in too little time. Honfleur. Nice little stop. I don't know when the right time to come would be as far as like people. Maybe probably in the middle of the week is better than on the weekend, like a Sunday, even this late in the season. But that was a good alternative to Etretat for sure. But we're gonna try and still get to Etretat and Mont Saint-Michel. We'll see where we go from there. I'm out running on the Hippodrome this morning, you know, the local racetrack, because why not? It's open, it's available. Can't do this in Paris. I think ours is always like completely closed off. Today we're gonna go to Mont Saint-Michel. Tomorrow, I hope we're gonna go to Etretat. I'll get there someday. I wanna see the cliffs. We'll kind of see what happens as far as scheduling and timing goes, because getting down to the wire here a little bit. The trip has been good. You'd think long enough, but also somehow not long enough. Maybe we're just trying to cram too much in. We have to rent a car this morning and then get the heck out of Dodge. Elena's got to work today, so it's just gonna be Ava and I. And then tomorrow the three of us are gonna try and get to Etretat before Elena's boyfriend gets back. So, on we go. So I got to the car rental place and I opened my wallet and I don't have my driver's license. I don't have either of my driver's licenses because I have my American one and my French one. And yeah, no, I don't have either of those things. It's funny because yesterday I was like, oh, I don't have my passport with me. I wonder if that will be a problem. And turns out that wasn't the problem. Hey. Oh, Cooper. So, remember how I mentioned that I might not have my passport with me?
Yes.
I don't have my driver's license with me either.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh no!